Hello, I'm Adam, and I'm here to narrate the Aussie ace who shot down Nazis. Edward Coate's story. Ernest Coate, 13 August 1908, 18 March 1995, was an Australian flying ace of the Royal Australian Air Force, RAAF, during the Second World War. He was credited with at least 9 aerial victories. From Cunningham in Victoria, Coate joined the RAAF in October 1940. After completing his flight training, he was sent to the United Kingdom, where he was posted to No. 252 Squadron, at the time based in Egypt, and then served with No. 227 Squadron. In Midminus 1942, he was transferred to No. 272 Squadron, and while serving with this unit destroyed several German and Italian aircraft. Awarded the Distinguished Flying Cross, DFC, in February 1943. 2 months later, he received a bar to his DFC. Later in the year, he returned to Australia and performed instructing and staff duties before being released from the RAAF in May 1945. In civilian life, he worked in the transportation sector and then in engineering. He died in the Melbourne suburb of East St Kilda, aged 86. Edward Coate's life before the war was shaped by hardship and determination. And now we'll explore his early life. Ernest Coate was born on 13 August 1908 at Cunningham in the state of Victoria, Australia. The son of a contractor, David Coate, and Rubina Ellen, née Peterson. His birth name was actually Ernest Edward, but he preferred to reverse his given names. He graduated from the Bairnsdale School of Mines with a diploma of electrical and mechanical engineering. He subsequently operated an automotive workshop in Bairnsdale. Edward Coate's extraordinary life began in rural Australia, and now we'll delve into the Second World War. In October 1940, Coate, known as Ern, joined the Royal Australian Air Force, RAAF, to train as aircrew. After initial flight training in Australia, he went to Canada under the Empire Air Training Scheme for further tuition. He was commissioned in May 1941 and proceeded to the United Kingdom shortly afterwards to serve with the Royal Air Force, RAF. In March 1942, he was posted to No. 252 Squadron, a coastal command fighter squadron based in Egypt and operating the Bristol Beaufighter heavy fighter. Coate was soon transferred to No. 227 Squadron. This was another unit equipped with the Beaufighter and was based at Lucca on Malta, operating in an anti-shipping role. Again, Coate's stay was brief, and in Midminus 1942, he was sent to No. 272 Squadron, another coastal command squadron operating Beaufighters in the Middle East. His new unit carried out convoy patrols, escort duties, and ground attack missions targeting the German and Italian airfields in North Africa. He achieved his first aerial victory on 30 September, when he destroyed a Heinkel He-111 medium bomber over the Salam Barani Road in northeast Egypt. Edward Coate's extraordinary journey began with a fateful mission in the skies over Europe. In early November 1942, No. 272 Squadron moved to Malta to support the Allied landings in Tunisia and sought to intercept transport aircraft flying between Sicily and North Africa. On 10 November, when attacking El Ayouna airfield, Coate shot down a Junkers Ju-290 transport, damaged 3 Junkers Ju-87 dive bombers, and destroyed another Ju-87 on the airfield itself. 2 days later, flying to the southeast of the Italian island of Pantelleria, he destroyed one Savia Marchetti SM-82 transport and damaged another. On 23 November, he shot down a Cant Z-506 Aeron float plane near Sfax. The following day, while on a patrol, he destroyed a 6-engined Blohm and Voss BV-222 flying boat, seeing it crash into the sea 30 miles from Linosa. He was reported to be the first airman to destroy a BV-222. Shortly after the encounter, he and his 2 wingmen sighted a Dornier Do-24 flying boat and engaged this as well. It escaped with some damage. On 3 December, Coate helped another pilot destroy a Junkers Ju-88 medium bomber off the Libyan coast, and 6 days later he shot down a Junkers Ju-52 transport. He also damaged another Ju-52 inches the same area, over the Gulf of Hammamet. In a second sortie the same day, he damaged a Ju-88. On 11 December, newly promoted to flight lieutenant, he shot down 2 Ju-52 seconds encountered southwest of Sicily. One of these crash-landed on Lampedusa Island. He also damaged a Ju-52 inches the engagement. On 16 January 1943, he achieved his last aerial victory, destroying a Ju-88 near Lampedusa Island. The next month, he was awarded the Distinguished Flying Cross, DFC. This was followed in April by the award of a bar to his DFC. The published citation read, "Edward Coate's early life shaped him into the courageous pilot he would become." At the time of the announcement of the bar to Coate's DFC, he had ended his tour of operations with no 272 Squadron and had been rested. In June 1943, he returned to Australia. He was posted to the RAAF's No. 5 Operational Training Unit at Wagga Wagga in New South Wales, carrying out instructing duties. He was later a staff officer, based at RAAF headquarters in Melbourne and involved in intelligence duties, being well regarded for his efficiency. He was discharged from the RAAF on 16 May 1945. He had sought a release on compassionate grounds. He ended the war credited with 9 aerial victories, plus a half share in another aircraft destroyed. He was also credited with 1 aircraft destroyed on the ground and 8 damaged. Coate returned to Bairnsdale and worked in the transportation sector, and then, following a move to Melbourne in the late 1960s, as an engineer. He died at East St Kilda, a suburb of Melbourne, on 18 March 1995. Survived by his wife and 2 children, his remains were cremated and interred at Springville Botanical Cemetery in Springville. Melbourne Edward Coate's extraordinary wartime exploits, as the Aussie ace who shot down Nazis, reveal a remarkable tale of courage and skill.